October 9th, 1958. The Vatican. Pope Pius XII is dead. The wartime pontiff who stood on the world stage with Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin, Roosevelt, Churchill, and Hirohito, and who steered the Catholic Church into the tense, shadowy dawn of the Cold War. 72 hours later, his body exploded in front of horrified witnesses in the holiest place on earth. This isn't fiction. It happened. And for 67 years, the truth has been buried. At the center, one man, Riccardo Galeazzi-Lisi, an eye doctor who somehow became the personal physician to the most powerful pope of the modern age. For 30 years, he never left Pius XII's side. What could possibly bind an austere, ascetic pope, making life and death decisions at the center of history, to a man many saw as a charlatan? Because Riccardo wasn't just a doctor. He was a gambler, entangled in one of the most famous unsolved murders in Italian history, linked to magicians, occultists, and men who claimed to speak with the dead. And in 1958, as the Pope lay dying, Riccardo began his most dangerous experiment. Ancient oils, secret formulas, forbidden preservation rites, all inside the Apostolic Palace, while the Church held its breath. Then came the accusations. Riccardo was accused of photographing the dying Pope and selling the images. A scandal without precedent, the only time in history such a charge had shaken the Vatican. They called him a traitor, a madman, a threat to the faith. But here's what was never meant to be told. Hundreds of pages of secret files, private diaries hidden for decades, declassified intelligence cables, photographs the world was never meant to see, and testimonies locked away until now. Years of investigation, months inside archives no outsider had touched in generations. Evidence that rewrites one of the Catholic Church's most explosive chapters. This is true crime, but it's also capital H history. For the first time in any language, the full truth.
I have lived in both the shadow and the light of the great pontiff, who chose to honor me with his trust and friendship.
10 episodes, one impossible true story. A podcast that blends true crime and history like never before. Riccardo, the man who blew up the Pope. The true story the Vatican tried to forget. Premieres September 17th, 2025 on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere you listen. On September 17th, 67 years of silence within the Holy See will come to an end.